back to D&D, finally.
Didn't tell us we could talk, Amy.
Oh, we don't talk yet.
Permission to talk granted, my friends.
Last week, you guys went and investigated the murder of a group of travelers that were found on the road just north of the city, and found nearby a small camp of goblins with a hobgoblin who you dispatched of, and found some nice things, including crates of iron ore in their cave that you've taken back to sell.
I remember correctly, we sold it to a blacksmith who was like, "Oh my god, I never have to buy any ore again," sort of thing.
Yes, and he was got it nice and cheap from you guys.
And there was one more path of footprints that I wanted to track down.
You guys were staying at a small hamlet a couple of hours north of Dawnfield, which is
on the map that you didn't give us again.
Well, that's right. I'm drawing a new map for next week, but it's basically the same as this one in the area you're in, so it's fine.
Like, first thing in the morning, I say that we go get the other chest.
I look away for 5 seconds and you've already graffitied the new maps.
Can we just go back for a moment? I just want to show off the dragons.
It was Fluff!
That one?
Beautiful? Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to show it off.
So yeah, you guys all wake up in the morning, not long after dawn, and you set out to get this other box from the cave?
Yep, because they were worth a good amount of money.
Alright, whoever wants to lead the way, do a survival check. Just to see how, like, you're able to find your way.
Well, I can do that.
To see how long it takes.
No, you don't need that, because I've got the Wanderer thingy.
Can I get a health check on everyone?
I think only Fluff is damaged.
I'm damaged too. I took 5, and I healed Fluff for 3 after she took 8.
You easily find the other crate of stuff and can haul it back a little. Probably take 2 hours to get it back.
Right.
So, you're carrying a big crate.
I don't remember how much the first one was worth.
I think it was 3 silver.
It's
definitely not
20 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big crate. Like, that's why it takes the 2 dragonborn to like lift it between them. So you make it back, and the blacksmith pays you again, but this time he gives you 1 platinum and 100 silver.
Oh.
It's like,
back to your platinum.
And he's like, sorry guys, I needed to keep some extra gold to make change, and it's a good way to get rid of a platinum coin.
How do you... So platinum is...
I take the platinum, and then I give one of you 5 gold, and the other 2 get 50 silver.
I'll take 50 silver.
That's a clever way. So out of Eryn and Wynne, one of you gets 50 silver, and the other gets 5 gold. They're the same amount, just one of you has to deal with more coins.
I figured that.
I take the gold then.
It's good. It seem heavier than it is.
I'm gonna use both my spells for the day.
Okay.
Wynne, would you like to a bit of a touch up from that javelin to the back?
If you could heal me first, that would be great.
Oh man! Oh man!
Laying out the max heals. I'm pretty sure that is probably enough to bring you up to full.
Well, I healed her for 3 yesterday.
That'll be me. That's fine.
Yep. And this is me. Damn it.
Oh, you were missing something.
Nice range there.
Yeah. I mean, you rolled average in the end, so...
Off we go after the tracks.
This way!
Okay, you realize you probably did this when you were looking for the box, but you realized pretty quickly that they actually just loop back around, like, and end up back at the cave. Like it was from... When you followed the first set of tracks, it was a goblin that ran and hid behind a bush, and this one is basically the same thing, but he just ran a different direction.
Okay, so they all just loop back.
Yeah, it was basically like they scattered and then sort of met back at their cave, sort of thing.
So I think it's safe to report back to the captain, guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think we need any proof?
We can take the hobgoblin head.
He doesn't have much of a head left.
Well, whose
Just
fault
take the ears.
Don't blame me.
I can't remember whose fault was that.
It's mine.
Oh yeah, you did the drain life thing, didn't you? Sort of.
Yeah. It was like makes him like a desiccated corpse or whatever. Pretty horrific.
We should take the corpse back.
You don't need the whole corpse. Just go cut off the ears. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
you can do the hands if you insist.
I might cut out. I might pull some teeth and create a necklace.
Oh, okay, you can do that. I'm gonna wait over here.
So yeah, I've got some hobgoblin and goblin teeth.
Okay,
So
I assume you
four
do this
goblin
while
ears and
you were
one goblin.
getting the crate. Like you didn't get the crate, take it back, then walk back again to get the ears.
Hey, it's just a few hours walk. And again.
I'm not taking part in the ear cutting thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, Tarron can. You get what, 4 goblin ears and 1 hobgoblin ear.
And a goblin
Because it doesn't matter.
necklace.
Well, you just have the teeth for now. You're gonna need to,
Work on it.
work holes through them to put on a necklace.
Nice little drill.
I reckon I'd acquire a little drill in the future.
And your tinker's
Looking for that.
tinkery.
Quite possibly.
You're gonna use it on teeth?
I can use it on
This world's first dentist.
Right.
Yeah.
We can stop our adventuring. We can buy a house with that platinum, and we can do it up really nice inside, a reception area and a back room. We can stick Eryn just in the back on a stool because she's too short otherwise, with a drill, and be like, teeth.
Set up the first dedicated dentist shop that's not just about pulling them out when they look bad.
Do either of you guys have prestidigitation?
That's me. I have prestidigitation.
Between
Do I have
you and
prestidigitation?
Amy, then you could clean their teeth and then heal them.
I also have mage hand, so that we can get in there to the back and stuff like that with this phantom hand. Be like,
Because we haven't
You
invented
don't even need it though.
latex
You have
gloves
magic.
yet.
Prestidigitation, you can just clean their entire body in an instant, and then using a
True.
healing spell, you can heal anything that's wrong with their teeth.
yeah, but I want to pull the teeth out.
This is why Tarron should not be a dentist. It's yeah, but I don't want to do a service or whatever. I just want to pull their teeth out so I can make necklaces. What's wrong with you people? Okay, so you guys can make it back to the town pretty easily. You walk in through the north gate, down along the waterside until you get to the main guards post in the center of town. You open the door and there's just a guy at the desk who looks up at you and says, "You here for the captain?"
Yep.
Yep.
And he's
Figure
like,
out things with those traders.
"Yeah, okay." Well, he looks like he's gonna yell, but he decides to get up and stick his head through a door, and you hear him say some words, and a few moments later, Ryder comes out from a back room and says, "So, did you get those bandits?"
Actually goblins and a hobgoblin. Show them the ears.
And the teeth.
You-
Rattle some teeth.
He looks kind of concerned for a moment.
Are they not common around this area?
He's like, and he looks over the hobgoblin here, and he's like, "This is definitely a hobgoblin here, but..." And you say it was goblins that did it. And he looks,
Yeah,
He
4
sort
of
of-
them and hobgoblin.
or he's like, "This, was this firstly hobgoblins? We don't have them around here. They're from further up north in the mountains. But secondly, goblins couldn't have done this." I mean, the body. That's why we assumed it was bandits, because the bodies were all killed. They weren't peppered with arrows, which is how goblins usually do it. They'll sit on the side of a road and ambush with a flight of arrows before attacking.
I mean,
He's a
the
sword done
hobgoblin
with
had
sword.
a sword.
We didn't see any arrows at the side either, but they did attack us with... 2 of them were archers, if I recall.
Yeah, they had 2 bows. The other 2 had little swords.
He sort of thinks and says, "Well," and so it was these 4 and a hobgoblin. He's like,
Yeah, that's all we were able to find. I mean, they had stuff
Says-
from the caravan too, so...
Says, "Well, the hobgoblin is concerning nonetheless. I don't like the sound of this." And he goes back into the back room for a sec and comes out with another small bag, and he says, "Well, here's another bag of 10 gold for your troubles, but something just doesn't seem right here. I'll send some people out to have a look, but still, if there's
Yeah.
hobgoblins around, that can't be a good sign."
I described where the cave was that we found them.
He's like, "Well, would you mind actually if I send a guy with you leading him back there?"
Yeah, may as well.
Was like,
I don't
"Alright."
think we have anything else to do.
Yeah, sure. I'll remember
Okay.
the way.
And yeah, and he says to the guy at the desk, he's like, "Johnson, can you go with him?" "Yeah, Alright. So this guy, he spends a few moments getting some stuff together. He grabs a bow from the back and a quiver of arrows and
Yep.
says, right. Oh, and by the way, he handed the bag of gold to you, Akra, but
Yeah, I pass out 3 to the 2 people who are injured, and then take 2 for myself and 2 to Spiry.
you guys head back out north, heading up the road, and actually make a perception check.
Who?
All of you.
Don't you do have the passive perception thing in there?
I know, but this is something that you. Yeah, I know it's a bit weird. So
Just killed
Ha
everything
ha
again.
ha!
Yeah, you roll it real quick.
well, Amy rolled a 20. Amy rolled an actual 20, so it doesn't really matter.
Amy just
I mean,
sees
I'll-
everything.
Yeah, Tarron would. Probably notice. Even Akra, but Amy notices for sure. Is that as you're walking, you notice like these sets of like, because it rained the day before yesterday, so the ground is still a bit damp, but not like totally muddy. And you notice these set of like big footprints going across the road, and these were definitely not here when you came down.
How big?
Like bigger than man-sized.
Do they look like they're in boots or just bare feet?
There's toes, so like bare feet.
How many?
Oh, God,
Just, just of this big set, there's just one. But seeing as Eryn rolled 22, you can notice
One
a
toe?
couple. Oh, how many toes?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
five toes.
Okay.
But you notice actually that there are some other footprints like as well, but it's hard to make out. But there's sets of like sort of man-sized footprints as well.
And they're going across the path that we were following.
Yeah, so you're heading north, or I could draw this if we had, some room on the map. So you're heading north up the road, and then the set of footprints seems to be going that way.
Scare dropped.
Or did we? We totally lost Scare.
Uh,
So yeah, it turns out they were dragon footprints, and you all get eaten.
Oh.
Not again. Happened last week.
Am I
I know.
perceptive enough
Sorry.
to run away? Oh, it's a
Well,
dragon.
you're perceptive enough that you're the only one that sees it coming.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so everyone else just gets eaten, but you just you have enough time to make peace with your god before getting devoured alive. It was a dragon, and everyone got eaten while you were gone, Scare. No, you're pretty sure they're not dragon footprints. Pretty sure.
they're bears. They must be bears. 5-toed bears, yeah.
They don't have claws or toes. I mean, is it blatantly obvious that it's a claw or a toe?
It's a toe.
Okay.
The bear that's
Trolls and ogres and bears, oh my.
Could be any of those, conceivably.
Can I recall whether the hobgoblin we fought had shoes on?
Yeah, he would have had shoes on. He had some sort of hide armor on, which included boots, and his feet weren't big enough to make these footprints anyway.
So we'll go to Johnson. Is his name? Was it Johnson?
Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson.
Do you still want to go to the Hobgoblin Cave, or do you want to find out what these are?
I think we need to see these because, the cave will take us, what you said, another couple of hours to get there from here?
Okay, if we're going after this thing, whatever it is, these things, I am not going at the back of the group.
You can stand in the middle. We'll do a defensive formation for you.
Yes.
Defensive
Going in
formation.
the middle.
So
Defend, win at all costs.
Well, I think you have better tracking abilities than we do, so could you lead Johnson?
Johnson.
Got a name generator here. I should stop coming up with generic names. Next it'll be NPC Bob. You're like, Bob. Yeah, his name's Bob.
No, his first name is NPC.
Seeing as you're all following tracks and actively looking at, you can make another perception check.
So what, we're actually doing a perception check for the dragon. God damn it, I knew I should have
Not
done
for, I mean, maybe for a dragon. You're looking around, so if there's a dragon, you'll see one. Well, it's right. Pretty much everyone except Wynne who is looking at her feed. Like, you hear some sort of noises up ahead. It sounds like maybe some voices or something. And so this is when you're moving through a small patch of light woods. So you follow the tracks through some plains, and then there's a small patch of light woods that you've entered, and then you sort of hear some voices and stuff like that.
Can we make out
Also
what they're saying?
sword.
Crouch. I press C
Sorry?
to crouch.
Who uses C to crouch? It's control.
Yeah, control's
Yeah,
better.
yes. C is prone. So now Eryn is laying down on the ground, getting mud all down her front.
we're just there crouched, just looking at it going,
I put on my Chinese stealth armor.
Of course.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Can
Wynne
we
now has
make
plus
out-
15 stealth.
Can we make out the voices?
You're just far enough away that you've heard things, and then you hear like what sounds kind of like a low rumble sort of thing, like
Sorry,
of
I
a
should've
creature of
eaten
some
before I
sort.
left.
Like a dragon.
It could. I mean, it's not like a roar, but it sounds like a creature making some sort of low rumble noise.
I'm a hungry dragon.
Obviously, it's an earth golem. They speak in
Basilisk.
earthquakes.
Basilisks.
I'm thinking ogre, actually. That's the image I have in my head, it's an ogre.
I look at Johnson. I'm like, do you have any ability to like sneak up on them, see what they are?
He nods and says, "Okay, you guys wait here, or if one of you wants to come, we can both sneak up just for a look first to see what's going on. Because if this is an ogre or something, it might be a bit much."
Yeah, especially for level 1s.
Yeah, I point at my chainmail and I'm like, definitely not suited for this task.
I'll try.
Especially considering one of us has already spent all her healing spells today.
Guys, I totally aced that last stealth I did. I'm sure I can do
Okay.
this fantastically.
You hear another rumble of that sort while you're standing here. So okay, he gets ready and starts sort of like sneaking forward with his bow strung and drawn.
Please tell me she had advantage in the stealth check. She had advantage.
Well, no one stopped her, and I'm pretty sure she has a -1 on her dex modifier. I know, like, when you snuck up the hill, I'm pretty sure you're the least suited to sneak, but
I'm
that's
so
okay.
small and I only wear leather. How am I this bad?
Alright, rolling a 6, like, you don't get that far before, like, Johnson puts out his hand and just shakes his head at you.
Okay, I tried. I'm back up.
If any of you want to try following him, you're more than welcome to try, or if you've got chainmail on though, Akra, you get disadvantage on stealth, so.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother.
I will try. That's my 14.
Okay. Yeah, so you do a better job, and he lets you come along with him. And as he gets a bit closer, you all hear another one of those rumbles, and so Tarron and Johnson sneak through the undergrowth. Because you're sneaking, you're not moving that fast, so it's probably another minute you move sort of through the trees and bushes, and then you see a small camp with a bunch of figures, and as you get a bit closer behind some bushes, you see a large, like, pale-colored creature, like, laying on its side with its back facing towards you. And then you realize that noise that you've been hearing is it sleeping and snoring. You see half a dozen goblins and a hobgoblin standing around, conversing in presumably goblin, something you don't speak.
Or do I?
I'm pretty sure you don't.
No.
And you can also see that the ogre around its neck has like a big thick metal collar with a chain that's then like lashed and tied around. Well, it's pretty obvious at this point to Tarron that, I mean, there's not many creatures it could be. That it's got a chain around its neck and it's tied around a tree. That's right. Well, Johnson says it's an ogre to him.
I kind of beckon to him to kind of go back.
He nods, and you guys sneak back, which he says,
It's an ogre.
okay. Yeah, looks like there's an ogre and some more goblins.
Oh well,
and
it's been nice working with you. I have a few things I have to take care of. I'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah.
I put my hand on Wynne's shoulder.
How many were the goblins?
We're looking at about 6 goblins, a hobgoblin, and a sleeping ogre.
Do you two have anything that's good against groups like that?
I can.
Looking at the tiefling and other dragonborn.
I can put some of them to sleep. Don't know if I can put that many to sleep. Don't know for how long. If you guys are going to wade in there and make a bloody stupid noise.
Oh, by the way, yeah, the ogre is like a pale white, pretty much naked except for like a loincloth or whatever and the chains around its neck.
It's quite big, massive, like collar, was it, with a chain bolt?
Yeah, which was like then wrapped around a tree and like hammered in with a iron nail. So your tracker is like, I mean, I think we should if he's asleep, I mean, they usually rest during the day. So, and if you said those tracks only just appeared in the last few hours, they only probably just got there, so they're going to be sleeping for a while, and I think we should just get back and tell Captain what's going on.
Yeah, I kind of in agreement.
Not the best odds.
No, 5 of us against that many goblins, a hobgoblin, and their pet ogre.
I don't want to lose track of them, though.
I don't think we're gonna have a problem following them, pointing to like the giant holes the ogre leaves behind.
Yeah.
Are there any... What's close to here? How close are we to that little hamlet thing?
You're about equidistant between the hamlet and the Dawnfield.
And they
About
were
an
coming
hour
down
away.
from that direction.
Yeah. Yeah. So they were coming north to south.
So is this ogre like a prisoner?
That's my assumption.
Can I do that brain talk thing to
You
the
have to
ogre?
touch them.
No, you have to be able to see them.
Can
Hey,
I see
it'll
the ogre?
Not from where you are. You'd have to walk over or sneak up. So you can get within 30 feet if you want to and wake it up and talk to it. Although I suspect your group may have some misgivings about this.
Yeah, yes. Let's not wake it up. Let's go. Anyone disagree?
Yeah, we need to get
Wake
more
up.
people
Back to the road.
trotting along.
Okay. You make it back to the town again. So
Yeah, we're going to report it back to
Yeah.
Ragu, whatever his name was.
Okay, so you guys make it back to him, and he seems like surprised to see you guys back so early. He's like, when it says so, it's like, you guys are back pretty quick.
We
Yeah,
stumbled upon something on our way there.
slight something.
Bit more pressing.
Little bit something.
I let Johnson explain.
Yeah, he explains that there's a hobgoblin with some more goblins and an ogre that they've got. And yeah, Rada is like, sort of like leans back in his chair. Oh dear.
That's kind of how I'd put it.
Yeah.
If you
So
guys
if it
have a
was-
few more archers, we could probably get them in the day while they're sleeping.
Yeah, he nods and says, "That's what I was thinking. I think that's the best day. You know what? I'll come with you guys." He says,
Do you
"Let
have
me
any
get
other
my
men?
Yeah, I'll grab a few. Come back in an hour. I've got to go to the other barracks and some other guard posts to get some guys together. So you all meet back up at the place, and you see out the front is Rada wearing a full set of splint mail, or
Like
scale mail rather.
Bastard.
He's holding a shield with a sword at his side, and he's got like, 8 guys with him. They're wearing just sort of like a brown sort of tabard that the town guards typically wear.
Is that over like leather armor or chain?
Yeah,
or something?
some of them have some leather armor. Some of them just have bows with just the tabard. It's just, right. Okay, good to see you guys back here. So he looks around and says, "I think we should all just head out now. Unless there's anything else we need."
No. This is probably the best time.
Okay, you guys start moving out, and he's got 4 spearmen and 4 archers with him.
So that's 9 in total plus us. Is Johnson one of them?
Yeah. Yes. Sure.
Is he a spearman or an archer?
He's
He's an
got to be a
archer.
spearman. Come on.
Oh,
The name like that.
Oh, you're right, Fluff. It was such a missed opportunity. Okay, you know what? Johnson has both.
So talented.
Johnson fires spears from his
You know what? His bow is actually like some ridiculous
bow is the
crossbow
biggest
that
one.
fires sized crossbow bolts. It's just the biggest and most noticeable one.
Anyways, we should let
So,
the
yeah.
archers and these 2 casters just pepper them with things until they come to us, rather than charging in on them. See if we can avoid having to fight any of them.
Yeah, because if we can get them while the ogre's still asleep, and from what I've told, it's chained up, like they don't want it loose. So hopefully we can get in without it being able to get over to us.
Well, it's got.
Not sure how strong that chain will be anyway.
Yeah,
Probably just rip it out.
Or it could just take the tree
Yeah.
with it.
I don't want to sit back and just shoot arrows at them and then they're like, oh, well, we'll just release our ogre. I'd prefer to charge in.
Well, if we can get the drop on them, that's what we'll try and do.
We can start peppering them. If we see them going to release their ogre, then we go for it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I can open up. If I open up with a sleep on top of that, kind of like their main group, see how many I can knock out with that, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
You guys make it back along the road until you find the tracks. Follow the tracks along until you get to the sort of point where you guys and Johnson are like, okay, they're just up ahead from here, and you can hear the voices again, but this time it sounds like there's some sort of like a loud like back and forth, like almost like an argument or something going on.
Okay.
Better for us. They're distracted.
Do we want to have our archers and spellcasters sitting back here, and a couple of us will go and just get their attention and pull them in here, or do we want to bring the archers in close
We
to get a full volley of surprise off? But then the archers will probably have to move
Fall
back.
We don't want to end up fighting in the trees. That would completely negate what us having archers.
I think it's better if the archers
You're
just
about-
fall back, because if the spellcasters can get a good drop on them, then we won't even need to fall back.
Okay, so we'll have everyone move forward. The archers will fire first. So when they fire, they're going to run at us, and then the archers will have to take 10 seconds to run back, reset position while the melee starts, and then they can fire into that. So he motions to his archers, waves them forward a bit. Are you guys all staying back?
I'll go forward.
So it's just yes. Okay, so you'll go forward with them. So it's the four archers. Are you going to go with them, Tarron, to
Yeah.
sleep?
Yeah, I'll try and get the initial sleep off.
Okay.
I'll wait with the spearmen, but ready a javelin.
Do I look at Wynne?
Alright.
Do you want to? Are you coming with us?
Wynne desperately tries to think of reasons not to, and then goes, yes.
So there's the ogre sleeping there. There are some goblins sitting around on some logs and rocks. That's Johnson's icon, by the way, guys. And I didn't draw that. Spiry changed his color. So Tarron and Eryn, seeing as you guys are going up, can you make a perception check as you see this group? Okay, so what you notice while I do this, Tarron, is that there are a couple more goblins than there were before.
There's a bee. What was the bee
There's-
again?
There's two more, and you see the hobgoblin having an argument with some other big, ugly, goblin-y type creature.
By bee, you mean?
You might really want to roll a nature check to see what the bee stands for.
Bugbear.
You might be Batman, so roll a
Might be
nature check.
Batman.
See, I said it was a bear.
Bugbears are very
you know-
much not bears.
That's what
And they're
you
not
think.
bugs either.
Racist.
They're not bugs and they're not bears, so looks like that.
That's my turn.
You can't see what the title is.
It's a bugbear.
It's a mysterious creature. So you see it. The hobgoblin and the bugbear seem to be Tarron recognizes, seem to be having some sort of like disagreement or something about something. I mean, they seem to be arguing, sir.
Is the ogre still asleep?
It is, and it's chained to this tree here, directly on its right.
Oh, those trees. Okay.
Yeah. So those green things are trees. So if you guys want to draw a little letter to represent yourselves,
So SS Spearman, R is radar, and where's Johnson?
he's the one on the right. Despite your like bickering about positioning and stuff, they somehow don't hear you. You guys can pick your targets and fire your arrows. You go first, so the archers will fire after you've shot.
Okay, so which
So
one?
you put 28 to sleep. Half of the goblins, the ones in the center, just suddenly fall over.
I'm gonna put a line through.
Yeah,
each
can
one,
we put like a ring or something to show that they're infected?
Yeah. So those ones there are all asleep. How long does it last?
Until they're woken up.
Well, only if you actively go for it. So I kind of made everyone aware on the march here. If they're asleep, don't hit them.
Sorry, can I
Yeah.
cast my spell at the same time so that we're all getting a surprise attack instead of they fall asleep and the goblins are like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's kind of obvious to do that.
I assume that the plan was, as you discussed, that they sleep. As soon as they fall asleep, the ones that are standing, you all shoot your fiery stuff out or whatever.
Yeah, so, we
So
get a
you can
safe
go ahead and
aim and do it.
Roll your spell attack. Actually, you're using that thing, and you get advantage because they have no idea you're there.
Oh dear.
One of the archers just rolled a 1, and he has advantage. Let's see what his crit fumble. Okay.
So,
Okay, I'll go for one of the goblins in the back. This one back here.
Okay. Yeah, you hit him. So what does it do?
1d8.
Your bolt of flame flies out and it hits him, and he looks unhappy, but he's still alive. 4 of the goblins fall over. This one gets hit by a ray of flame. At this moment, like, they all start turning to look around. The archers fire a volley of arrows. With the arrows, one of them tries to shoot, like, the goblin and just totally misses and, like, hits the ogre's chain, making a really loud noise, which is fine because all of the other loud noises are going on. But it's still, like, the principle of it, like, dude. The ogre wakes up during this, but, Wynne, what are you doing?
Well, Eldritch Blast something. What's nearest? Okay, I'll try and hit a goblin then.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Hit, 'cause you got,
Oh, I
no,
do
you do.
hit. Alright.
Yeah, because you get the second number because you got advantage. So it does D10 damage, I think. 2.
Am I in
The
range
arrow-
for a javelin?
Yeah, you are.
I'll do a javelin attack then.
oh!
Roll a 1.
Hey, it's
Do I have
advantage.
Oh, right, yes. Okay. You roll a 2. Now we should probably roll for initiative. So the goblins go first. All of the ones that are standing have been hit by something.
So the archers actually made their hit as well on the
Yes.
goblins. No, did the hobgoblin and the bugbear get hit?
No, they didn't.
The ogre?
We're trying to take
No.
out the
They all
swarmers.
went.
Yeah.
I'm including goblins in the hobgoblin and the bugbear in the goblins thing. So the ogre wakes up and starts roaring, and the bugbear runs around this way, and the hobgoblin is running this way. So they can't get close enough to make an actual attack this turn, but they've basically closed the distance with the arcs. So next is Wynne. Goblins and hobgoblins and bugbears galore running at you.
Okay, I'm gonna try and speak to the ogre. I'm gonna try and
Okay,
reason with it.
Okay. Do you have to roll something to be able to talk with it?
No.
No.
Okay. You're within 30. Yeah, you're within 30 feet. So you open a telepathic bond with the ogre.
Yes. And I say,
Ah,
dear sir,
Jane.
man,
He's like,
do you know that
Who?
9 out of 10 ogres are still repressed in our society these days? This shocking statistic can be resolved with only 5 years payment.
Jane, payment, Jane. And okay, the ogre is make a deception check.
I think you have proficiency in that, don't you?
No, I think so.
She'd want to, being a
There's a-
merchant.
So the ogre is momentarily confused and bewildered. Like, it stops to sort of think and try and process what you've said, and then it like notices all of the violence going around on it and says, chain, and starts pulling at the chain again. I kind of hoped it would work and it would stop to think. Then the guards go next. So the spearmen all run up. So they can all just barely attack a goblin each. Those 4 spearmen.
What about radar?
Oh yeah, Rada. He runs up over this way. He's not going for the goblin there.
He's
going
covering that flank.
past. Yeah, so he sees the because the bugbear's coming around the flank. Pretty good rolls here. So they've all got long swords, and 3 of them hit. One of them actually crits, and he just totally like obliterates this goblin. The 3 goblins that are there all just get total. Oh, they don't have long swords. They have spears. I'm a liar. All of them just
worst
get
person ever.
run through with spears by these guys,
Poor.
while the archers are moving back over here for their turn, and Radar is running around the trees. So now it's Eryn's turn.
I'll cast Sacred Flame on the bugbear then.
You managed to just singe him a little bit.
Oh, my eyebrows! They're gonna grow back now. God. All right, I'm going to take kind of like that. You can kind of like take a slight movement backwards and then still act, can't you?
Yeah.
Drop back to the line, and the bugbear is going to get acid splashed in the face.
Oh well. Akra, what are you going to do with these incompetent people?
I'm closing with the bugbear and gonna slash him in the face.
Okay.
It's only a 10.
No, not enough. You swing at him and he blocks with his mace and says something to you that you assume is probably a untoward remark about your mother. So the ogre makes a strength check. So the ogre rips on the chain and pulls it out from the tree and turns and sees the closest person he sees is you, Akra, and he can't attack, but he starts lumbering over towards you with the bugbear there.
He's not going for the hobgoblin or anything like that.
But no, the ogre's probably not going to try and...
The way it sounds to me is they're not friends, because they've got it bloody chained up, but okay.
Maybe. You'll see. This goblin, just the last actual goblin, just runs away, like this way, and like behind this tree, and pulls out how's his movement? Yeah, he can run that far, and fire his bow at one of these spearmen, and hits one. It only does 1 damage. The hobgoblin closes with Rada and swings his sword. He does not hit. Rada stops running towards the bugbear and now engages with the hobgoblin. The bugbear swings at you twice, missing the first time and missing the second time. There are like 2 tall, nasty creatures engaged with Akra, so maybe Akra would like some assistance.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I suppose I'll stop them being murdered. It's their own fault for getting into this.
It is.
Yeah, we could have convinced them to buy our insurance for like very little money in real terms. But no, we had to start shooting at them.
Yeah, they're not good salespeople.
That is probably not a hit.
Hey, at least we haven't been rolling the ones now. 2 of the spearmen run off this way. One of them just like stabs a goblin. This guy. It's asleep.
So useful.
I know. Maybe he's just scared. Why don't you just give him a break, Scare? And this one
You're
runs over
supposed to be cannon fodder.
and totally misses that goblin.
Don't they know they are supposed to protect nobility?
Clearly not. These 2 flank around the hobgoblin, so that one gets advantage and hits 5 to the hobgoblin. Okay, Rada rolls a 1 and totally misses the hobgoblin. The archers all fire volleys. 1 at the bugbear, which misses. 1 at the ogre, which hits. 2 at the hobgoblin. With no way, that one doesn't hit. The ogre gets hit for 4. So the ogre gets hit by an arrow and roars in displeasure at this.
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame again on...
The ladybird or the butterfly?
Can we just move the drawing somewhere else so that we know what's going on the battle? There appears to be a cat forming out of a tree, so that's a bit terrifying. I'll attack the bugbear.
Okay. I'd have to make, was it a dex save?
Yeah.
Totally fails it. How much does it roll your damage?
Above average.
You give the bugbear a nasty singe as it tries to not get killed by Akra.
It now has a 3rd degree burn.
I'm going to acid splash the bugbear, which, God, I hope it hits. When it hits the bugbear, it will splash. I don't know if I have to roll again, but I think the splash will hit the ogre if I hit the bugbear.
They both fail.
They both take?
They both take the same damage. Okay, he is tickled. I think that's the 2nd time the bugbear has taken like 1 damage from something. Akra, it's your turn.
Try and kill this bugbear. And don't succeed.
The ogre goes. Yes. And he just tries to smash down on you with his club. What's your AC?
18.
Doesn't hit you. But
It's not ogre now.
yeah, it's not ogre just yet. They don't ogre till it's ogre.
It'll be ogre soon though, don't worry.
Does it have another mutation, like a mini ogre sticking out of its shoulder or something, and that has a little club, and that attacks him, and that hits?
Amy, which side are you on?
The bugbear doesn't even hit you.
It's a bugbear.
What about that goblin
I
punch?
mean, I have a lot of AC.
Yeah, the goblin the one conscious goblin tries to hit that guy and actually hits him. He just drops his bow and pulls out the short sword, engages that guy. Now it is Wynne's turn again.
So should I try a witch bolt then?
You can try a witch bolt.
Which one are you going for?
The bugbear?
Okay. No, unfortunately. I think it's a bolt of electricity flies out. The bugbear ducks it and it hits a tree behind it, which explodes into a spectacular display of leaves, bark, and electricity.
Which was basically force lightning.
Yeah, basically. So
right in
it looks
a tree.
incredible.
I guess you would hit fire.
You would probably hit the kitty tree, actually. So now, Fluff, would
Kitty's
you mind
on
drawing
fire.
some...
If you could draw
the cat's on fire.
please, that would help.
While Wynne has been re-sculpting the face of a tree. Okay, the guard engaged in single combat with the goblin. Does not succeed. Guard murders another poor, sleeping, innocent goblin. 2 guards both try and stab at the hobgoblin, which somehow does avoid getting hit. And then Rada takes a swing at it and also misses. This hobgoblin is like defending itself against 3 different angles of attack. The archers fire a round of arrows. They hit the ogre twice and the bugbear once.
Dealing 1 damage each.
Nope, it does more than that to the bugbear. The bugbear gets stuck with a good arrow, and then as does... Holy shit, that was a good roll. Yeah, the ogre gets hit with like 2 arrows right in the chest from each of them. Really good rolls.
Sweet.
And
But
yeah,
it's an ogre.
yeah. Still, it's looking a bit unhappy. And now it is Eryn's turn.
So looking at the bugbear, the ogre, and the hobgoblin, which one looks most damaged? At a quick glance.
Make a perception check, because it's not obvious. No, it's either the hobgoblin or the bugbear. Sorry, the hobgoblin or the ogre. The bugbear hasn't been hit by too much.
I'm going to attack hobgoblin.
Okay, so he rolls dex saving throw?
Yeah.
Which he passes the shit out of. Yeah, he sidesteps it as this beam of like light comes down. So he probably didn't actually dodge your attack. He just dodged out of the way of a spear coming at him, and it just happened that screwed up your sacred flame coming down from the heavens.
Damn it.
Everything's being thrown at this hobgoblin, and he's just like ducking and dodging it. Ducking and dodging. God damn. Let's move on. Tarron, it's your go.
Acid splash.
It's DC 13.
Yep.
Bugbear rolls a 13. The ogre does not, so he takes acid splash.
Acid splash.
The ogre's feet splash through the acid, jumps about on the spot as Akra does.
Try and kill this damn bugbear. 15
Yeah, that hits.
for 10 damage.
Holy shit. Okay, you just give it like a good stab in the gut. It doesn't die, but it is like seriously hurt and bleeding. As it sort of considers stepping back or whatever, the ogre steps in with its great club and swings down at you again. And totally hits you.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt.
It's probably gonna roll like 1s on its damage.
How much health do you have? You got like 12 health or something?
11.
Oh, I don't want the big rolls. Big rolls. It does 12 damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
You're not dead. You're just unconscious. You need to start making death saving throws, or someone can patch them up. Okay, so Akra just gets hit with this club and just knocked back. You probably get knocked back like 5 feet. So you land there next to a tree. And now it's the goblin's turn, and the bugbear runs in to fight. So the goblin up the top, who is fighting a good fight against this guy, doesn't hit him. The hobgoblin takes a swing and misses the spearman. And then the bugbear runs up and tries to stab at Rada and hits. He gives Rada like a really solid hit. Just cracks him in the guts with his mace. And so Rada just gives like a and like stumbles back. Still okay, but pretty seriously wounded. Now it is Wynne's turn.
Eldritch Blast!
Well, that works.
Damn.
Which one were you shooting at, by the way?
The thing. The one that will die.
The one that will die. Probably the bugbear, because it is seriously injured. So you actually hit it, and it just like gets. So it was like stumbling back.
Head just falls off.
Yeah, you just knock its head straight off. Like it just didn't even see it coming. It's just like there goes the head. The head tumbles off, and the body just falls to the side.
I start to laugh.
The body doesn't fall on Akra, does it?
No,
Because the force
it
is
does not.
pushing it
I start to
backwards
laugh even more.
towards the ogre.
No, it gets like knocked into the tree that's like above it. Now it is the guard's turn. So this one at the top, it's been a one-on-one combat.
This one up here?
Does not hit the goblin.
Oh man.
Yeah, that one up there. Those two have just been like duking it out, having like a duel for the ages. But none of you guys can see that because you're all down the bottom. But you're missing out. The other two guards try and stab this goddamn hobgoblin again. Neither of them hit. Rada takes a swing at it. He hits it. Oh, he deals it like a really solid blow. So the hobgoblin is really hurt, almost dead. Now it is your go, Eryn.
Can you tell me how the death saves work?
When you get reduced to less than 0 HP, you roll a d20 on each of your turns, and basically if you get above 10 or 10 or above, it's a success. And if you get less than 10, it's a fail. And if you get either 3 fails or 3 successes, you either live or die.
And if you get a 20, you instantly get back up with 1 HP. And if you get a 1, you get 2 fails.
So it's basically, if you get 3 fails, you die. If you get 3 successes, you succeed. And 20s are extra good and 1s are extra bad.
Okay, I can wait at least a round before I need to spare him. I'll attack the hobgoblin with my sacred flame again. Please, goddess, strike this demon.
What's
DC 12.
12.
Is it DC 12? You rolled a 12. You're getting closer though. Next turn, Amy. Oh man, this hobgoblin. You should make buddies with him and recruit him, because clearly he's got his shit together. Yeah. Tarron, it's your go.
I've just seen what the ogre's done to Akra, and I am considering shitting my pants a little bit. But likewise, I'm also considering sleeping it. Now, before I go ahead and waste my second spell, there's no level restriction on it apart from it's got to have
its current HP.
Current HP.
You could sleep an ancient dragon if its HP had been reduced enough that it was below whatever you roll on your sleep spell. So it's just current HP.
Yeah, I'm going to target. Well, I'm going to target on the hobgoblin and the ogre, just in case.
Okay.
Well, that'll almost always hit the hobgoblin then.
Yeah, it'll hit both of them.
It targets the lowest HP
one
first.
And the hobgoblin is looking very unwell at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, very unwell.
It's probably less HP anyway.
Yeah, it's probably not worth me actually wasting the HP on the hobgoblin. I'm going to focus it on the ogre.
Okay.
And not affect the hobgoblin.
It has no effect. The ogre sort of stumbles and blinks a bit, and then lets out a roar as it's moving through the trees around towards the party. That was a pretty not so good roll though. Akra, you need to make a death saving throw now because it's your go. I'm like, is Tarron just gonna like save everyone by putting the ogre to sleep and be the hero? It's like, no. Okay, you got a 12. So that's one success. And now it is the ogre's turn. It moves around and swings its great club at Rada and hits him solidly. It rolled max damage. It just cracks him as well, and he goes flying back and lands on the ground, tumbles next to you, Eryn, in much the same way that Akra did. He's not dead outright. Now we're back around to the goblins. The one at the top still can't beat this guard in this epic duel. The hobgoblin tries to attack one of the dudes, and totally does. He actually kills one of the spearmen here.
Wait, are the other ones getting attacks of opportunity?
No. Oh yeah, the archers need to we'll roll
when was
next.
the last time the archers rolled?
I think they lost a turn.
Oh. Okay, I'll roll them. I'll give them 2 turns then. I'll give them a turn, now, because now it's Wynne's turn, but I'll put in the guards, because I've got the archers here. The archers score 3 hits, 2 on the ogre, 1 on the hobgoblin. The ogre's looking pretty unhappy now. The hobgoblin is just dead, actually, unfortunately. Rip MVP, and now it's Wynne's turn.
I guess I'm Eldritch blasting it.
There is Eryn between you and the ogre, so you don't have to worry too much.
Yeah, but I'm laughing now. I just killed something. I'm in a special place.
Yeah, that's right. You're in your happy place. Eldritch blast. That actually does hit. You give the ogre a good blast in the chest, and so then it turns and focuses on the 4 archers and you 3. The guards, the one at the top. Oh, he hits the goblin. He hits him.
And
he kills him.
Yes!
The greatest victory of all
Everyone just
time.
stops and celebrates a bit. And Scarred kills him. And so the three of them turn and come running back over. One of them actually throws a spear at the goblin, the ogre, and just misses and hits a tree, and he looks like an idiot. The 4 archers take their shots. 2 of them hit. The ogre is not looking too good as the ogre is just running over towards you, Eryn, with his club raised. Just gets hit by a couple of arrows in the chest and falls over and lands on the ground just in front of you.
Save me!
Like thumps the ground. So now all of the everythings are dead, and it's your turn, Eryn.
I muted myself, so I just need
to... Eldritch blasting trees.
I just stabilized 3 downed people. Oh. With my cantrip.
Yeah.
I kind of lead the whole scavenging of pockets and stuff.
Okay. So while everyone's discussing the logistics of like picking up and carrying the bodies, you go and go through everyone's pockets.
Yeah, including the people who are still standing. Go through their pockets.
Excuse me. Do you go through the pockets of your unconscious allies?
No. I don't think I can get away with that.
Okay.
Not if you don't want an Eldritch Blast to the face.
If you want, you get 10 silver and 28 copper. And 2 gold.
Do I find anything useful, like deck of cards, a bit of jerky, or anything like that?
Give me a D100. Yeah, sure. You find a deck of cards.
Yes, deck of cards.
91's pretty good. Unfortunately, like half of them are missing.
And some ogre teeth. Oh, sweet, got some ogre teeth.
Johnson's like, all right, seeing as captain's down, I guess these 3. He points at the spearmen, including the guy that's like pulling his spear out of a tree after he missed throwing it. It's like, you 3 can carry the captain, and I guess my other 3 guys, and he points at the archers, you guys can carry that one over there, nodding at Akra.
I just putter around doing healer things without healing with spells on our way back.
Just make a medicine check. Yeah, you bandage up that wounded guard's wounds.
The wounded guard.
I was like, damn it! I've already used that word. There's no way out of this sentence now. So your group of guys make it all back to town. I guess it's slow going, carrying 2 people in heavy armor. Yeah, Akra. They're dragging Akra, and her head is just like bashing on every rock.
Pull me away from flaming up trees. Well, not flaming up, eldritch blasting trees.
You can Eldritch blast all the trees you like. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, if you want.
When we start to leave, I guess
I do that while we're on the trail.
I'm like, Wynne, care to join us, or having fun?
I just like spin around with a dark grin on my face. Go, I'll accompany you, little one.
For some reason, that creeps me out for the first time knowing Wynne. Just a little. I'm just a little.
Just a little. Yeah. So you wake up about halfway through.
Wake up, heal myself.
Do you have a healing ability?
Yeah, I do. I have lay on hands.
Did you?
Oh, I thought you didn't get that till level 2.
No, it just kind of sucks at level 1.
Oh.
So
okay.
My
Everyone
hand glows.
Akra, seem to cast
some
a
of my
spell.
wounds flow.
She touches herself. She goes.
I heal myself for 5.
But no one is actually. I don't think anyone's seen Akra cast a spell before.
Nope.
Yeah, she's laid on hands before.
I thought she was a warrior.
Yeah, you have. You did it last time.
No, we talked about it last time, but I didn't do it.
So none of you had any idea that Akra could cast a spell.
I don't say anything, but I notice it. I'm like,
I guess I was the one helping you along because I'm one of the stronger ones.
Probably.
So I'm pointed with you, and I noticed that, and I'm just like curious. I'm like, did you just do?
I healed myself.
Apparently she did this. How does that make you feel, Copper Dragon?
Yeah. It's just a strange glow, and I'm like, strangely interested. Damn, why are you?
The shipping starts right here. This is where it starts, everyone. Start the fanfics right here.
You guys all make it back. Everyone who was unconscious comes back to consciousness. And yeah, Rado, like, is super groggy and stuff. It says, that was... Okay, well, it looks like we got them all, but... You guys just come back tomorrow, and then we can sort through the details of it, but you did good, and I'll be sending word off to the Baron about this. And he says to Eryn, he's like, and thanks for patching me up there. I wouldn't trust half these guys. They can barely tie their own bootlaces.
They did well to carry you back so gently. I would like to volunteer if there's a need for more healing.
I think I just need to have a lie down for the rest of the day, but I'll take you up on your offer tomorrow then. And he sort of limps off with like his arm around Johnson. Okay, so you guys wake up in the morning. So when you came back, there were a lot of people who wanted to hear about what had happened and stuff, and so although probably Akra was out resting, the rest of you had free drinks and stuff as you told your stories all night in the tavern.
I would have been downstairs cleaning all the blood off and mud.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I would have been spending the stories.
Oh yeah, that's what I think. So yeah, people would say, so how many were there? What did you do? Blah blah blah. And like what and people give you free drinks all night, and because you guys are doing so well, you get to stay in the private rooms, like your own rooms, for free as well, because you're bringing so many patrons into the bar.
With a wave of my hand, a horde of goblins just fell to sleep. We're able to go through and just slaughter them after the fight, after we just taken out their ogre and their hobgoblin and their bugbear. It was brilliant.
What are you telling them, Wynne?
My story just gets bigger and more embellished every time I tell it to a new person.
Yep. Fantastic. It's like there were a dozen ogres, all of them. There was a dragon flying nearby, but he was too afraid to come down when he saw what we did to the ogres. Okay, so yeah, you guys tell your stories, get very drunk and whatever. Get up kind of late the next day. And what are you going to do? Like, no one's there to greet you as such in the morning, other than a few people who are here to talk to you.
Can I grab a quick breakfast that I can eat on my way to check on the wounded?
Yeah. You'll need to make a dex check to eat the breakfast burrito while walking, but...
Really?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, no.
I'm pretty terrible at dex.
Just roll a d20 and don't roll a 1. Almost. Stuff like drips out and runs down your hands, but you lick it off, but, you know, not optimal. And where are you going to?
Wherever the wounded would be. I know there was a guard and the guard captain is wounded.
Did you go to the guard house, like the guard house where they were, or?
They don't have a medical station?
I mean, they didn't tell you where they were going, but...
I guess I'll ask for directions
you can ask
at the guard house.
Well, okay, if you go to the guard house, then they just tell you that he's in the back in his bed just, chilling for today.
I can cast some magic.
He's like, oh, you're the gnome they were talking about. From it. Oh, okay, that's so cool. Here, and then, opens the door to let you into the back room. Okay. But you see, Rada's just, like, laying back on or sitting up on the bed, just, like, laying there.
Okay, I guess I'm kind of got a bit more white about me today for my whole priestly clerical duties. I'm going to cure wounds. Hello, I'm just checking up on you. I can mend some of those hurts today, so you tell me when you're feeling fine.
Okay. Lay him on me.
Oh dear.
You get plus anything on that, or?
Yes. Sorry, yeah, +2.
He's like, that feels a bit better. Says, oh, well, I certainly feel a lot better than I did before. I'm gonna need to probably spend another week resting up, but... Well, you're level 2, so you can probably cast
it like, 3 times.
3.
Okay, that's much better. He's like, oh, okay. And he, like, gets up and, like, stretches a bit. He's like, oh, you're pretty handy.
I do try.
And he gives you sort of like a... Like, not quite a hair tussle, but sort of like a pat on the back, because it's sort of awkward to try and, like, hug you or do whatever, because you're so tiny compared to him. Thanks. Oh, that's right. Can you come, lead you back out the front? It says, I sent word out, I sent a rider out yesterday down to south of the city, and, he brought back this reply, and he pulls, the guy at the desk, he motions to him, and he pulls a letter out of the desk. He hands it to you, and he said, this is for your group of people, presumably from the Baron.
Thank you,
bounty.
Your men fought well.
As did you guys. I mean, when I saw that ogre hit Akra like that, he like winces. He's like, yeah, I didn't think she was much longer for this world, but looks like you and my boys managed to take down the ogre in the end.
Luck played its part.
No shortage of skill.
I'm just gonna grab my bag.
Oh, yep.
And waddle your way back to the inn.
So you return to the tavern where the others are all breakfasting?
Could I maybe read the letter before I get back?
Wax seal broken.
Yeah, it does have a wax seal with like a...
You need to do a concentration check.
To read.
You'll need to make a dex check.
Walking.
I don't walk and read at the same time. I go at the front and read it.
You open it, and yeah, there's a letter inside, unsurprisingly. No, it's not full of snakes or spiders or anything. It says, I received word of your heroic actions yesterday, protecting my town of Dawnfield, and I would like to extend an invitation for an audience with you and your companions at your earliest convenience. My manor. It says, signed, Baron Firtham. So yeah, that's what the letter says.
Is Baron Geddon of where?
Insert town name here. It's a larger town to the south that you wouldn't have heard. Well, you would have heard of it. It's like, yeah, just like 2 days south of here. There's a large town.
Called?
Insert.
I told you, it's called Insert name here. Didn't you hear me the first? It's called Bybrook.
Is it a chance beside a brook, the city?
I'm not sure. You haven't been there. I mean, this town sits on a river that runs north to south, and the town in question is south of here, so...
If everyone's down for breakfast, I'll read the letter, or hand it around for them to read. I guess we can all read?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, all of us can read. Yeah, I mean, I am a noble.
Technically, I kind of am, but only not.
Except not.
You're a noble if you were.
Are any of us damaged?
I've got 1 HP missing.
I'll heal 1 HP of yours.
Thanks. So, Akra, this is interesting. I thought you were a warrior. You can cast spells.
I'm a paladin of Nethroth.
Would I know who that is?
If you have a religion proficiency, then you know. If you don't, then I'll make you roll.
I have a religion proficiency.
Okay, you know that it's the god of, was it ancestors, history...
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue.
Ah, fascinating. A paladin. Where I've forgotten my goddess's name. I need someone to write that down.
You didn't notice. And I just, like, bring up my shield, which has just, like, a giant holy symbol of Nethroth on it.
Wasn't it a golden dragon?
That's the tabard.
Yeah, that's the tabard.
Isn't that the only thing you described when we met you? I don't remember.
Nope.
I don't remember the. I don't remember the.
I remember that. I remember Skier saying that there was the sigil of a god on her shield.
I don't remember that at all. Sorry.
I remember the tabard.
I guess.
Being incredibly offended by it.
I was distracted by some of your more dominant features.
As soon as you started that sentence, I'm like, that's not going to end well.
Racist?
No.
I don't blame you, to be honest.
I give a questioning look to the gnome, and I'm just like, I think the tiefling is more in that area of interest.
She's probably talking about the fact that you're a red dragon born.
That's the fact I was referring to. Forgive me for not noticing earlier. So I read the letter to everyone, or everyone just reads it themselves?
Yeah, so everyone is aware of what it says.
So we're going to go
first
through
thing in
the
the morning.
update.
I'm like, should we leave today? We are all recovered.
We should let Radar know that we are leaving. He probably might still want us to help kill more goblins, and we'll be like, can't do that, can't help you.
Akra, maybe you could check in with him, make sure that the town guard is strong enough for us to be able to leave.
Well, yes, I'll check in. Wander off, head over there, see what's going on.
Yeah, so you open the door and it's some guy sitting at the desk, and he says, oh, hey, and he's like, sort of stands up.
Yeah.
Says, you're the Dragonborn I heard about that, went toe-to-toe with that ogre.
Yes, the Baron wishes to have an audience with us, so we were going to travel down to the south to meet with him. We were caring, though, if there was anything of immediate concern going around in the town. that you may need our help with before we leave.
Sort of thinks for a second, says, well, if there's anything left of those goblins and bugbears or whatever, they'll be scattered and disorganized for now, so we didn't really take any losses other than some injuries from that battle, so we should be able to deal with whatever happens, and we'll be sending out more patrols to check. And, I mean, if the Baron summoned you, then you should probably go deal with that.
All right, thank you. We will return after our meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Head out,
Maybe.
head back to the inn, and I'm like, okay, we're good, let's leave.
Are there any horses or ponies for hire?
Yeah, there's a stable in town.
Is there like a carriage we could hire?
Let's see if what's around. Yeah, there's a carriage.
Let's hire that down there.
Yeah.
How much?
So it's gonna take, in a carriage, is pretty close to a little bit faster than walking speed, so it'll take the better part of 2 days. Yeah, this one's like a half decent one, so it's probably like 5 copper. And the distance you're going is probably 40 miles, 5 copper a mile, so that's like 20 silver. So 2 gold, 20 silver or 2 gold to get you guys down there.
I just chip in the 2 gold and load up the massive pack of the gnome.
So it's one of those, it's like a proper carriage. It's like got, it's like covered over. It's got 2 seats facing forward and backwards respectively inside, so it can seat 4 people.
Climb in.
Okay.
Tell them where we're going. Do the others come along?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So we head off.
So you go along and you go for about half a day. When you hear your driver at the front, he sort of gives sort of an exclamation. Says, "Oh, there's a horse wandering around on the road here." He says, hang on a sec, I'll just let me go around, sort of. So he's just like, says, might be a bit of a bump as I sort of go off around it a little bit to the side, along the side of the road. Do any of you look out the windows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone roll an investigation check. Eryn, you realize that you've seen this horse before. It's an older, sickly-looking horse.
Buttercup!
It, like, perks up at, like, the sound of its name.
Stop, stop, stop!
Oh, and so he sled you down to his horse, and it slows down.
Can I get out of the carriage and
Yeah.
go up to Buttercup? What sort of condition is she in?
Buttercup looks totally fine, apart from the fact that she's just wandering around, like, just no sign of her owner. No
Is she saddled up?
Well, she didn't have a saddle before because it was pulling a cart.
Oh,
so.
yeah. But, well...
Oh, actually, no, because he would have
Does she have all of her stuff?
walked. Yeah, no, well, she didn't have any stuff on her, I guess. It was just, she just pulled a cart.
I
so...
mean, she'd have, like, a harness, though, if she was pulling the cart.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the harness is still attached, so it's like, yeah, she's been decoupled from the cart. It doesn't appear injured.
And
That's, yeah.
it appears our gem salesman met more trouble.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
I guess... How far away are we from another half a day, are we? By carriage?
No, you've only been about half a day out, and it'll be another 1.5 days to get there.
Okay, I might tie... I don't know, is she just wandering aimlessly, or if I, like, pat her...
Oh, yeah, you can probably pat her, I guess. Or no, you don't need to make an animal handling check if you're just patting, but if you want to do something, then you probably will have to.
I was gonna maybe... So, if she's still got a face present on, can I grab some rope or something to attach her to the back of the carriage?
And lead her behind the carriage?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So make an animal handling check then. That's a skill, isn't it? Or...
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I'm proficient in it. Oh, damn it.
That's okay. She, sort of resists you trying to, like, tie the rope around. Doesn't, like, run away terrified, but sort of just, like, pulls back. Lets out sort of like a huff.
Come on, girl. Don't be like that. And then I was going to call to one of the others who would be less terrifying to a horse. Okay, I'm going to ask the carriage driver if he can persuade her to be tied up to the carriage.
He's looking around, he's like, I'm concerned about bandits or something on the road, so it should be quick.
Yes, so quickly do this, and I wish to scout the area. Akra, Wynne, Tarron.
Oh, he's like, he lives around horses. Yeah, he rolled a natural 20. Like, it's his job to be around horses, so he calms her down and ties her to the back to lead her along, no problem at all. And so what were you going to do?
I was going to scout the area.
Okay. But do we want to just maybe cliffhanger it there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Dun dun dun.
We're going to sign off.
Thanks for watching.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks everyone. I had so many people today. Thanks so much for hanging out with us.